Many in the small town of Babila are celebrating. They've reached a deal with the government to ease some of their suffering. The Syrian state calls it reconciliation, but opposition fighters say it's just a truce.
All Syrians who belong to this country belong to reconciliation and tolerance. The people of Babila Yalda Beit Sahem. Today we came here with real partnership between heroic Syrian army and national defense, and they had a deal for the good of this country.
At least 6 towns in the Damascus suburb have signed their own deals with the regime since December, and there is talk of more to come. In some areas, rebels have agreed to hand in their weapons. In return, the army would gradually lift its tight siege, let aid in, and allow the movement of civilians. The plan seems to be working elsewhere. In Mu'addamiyat al-Sham, a ceasefire allowed for the resumption of vital services and symbols of government's control. Activists say they were forced to accept.
People were eating grass to survive before the truce. We had nothing but olives. This put huge pressure on the people. We didn't betray the revolution or the opposition. They are the ones who betrayed us for a whole year. Our children were dying before us.
The government forces are gaining the upper hand on the ground, and such deals will probably strengthen their position. The news of the ceasefire or reconciliation deals is closely watched by the Syrian opposition here in Turkey. The opposition admits not doing enough for the people living under siege, but at the same time, it warns against trusting the Syrian government. The interim government in exile says the Syrian revolution will carry on.
The situation is difficult. We do not blame the people for seeking a solution. They have been trapped and surrounded for hundreds of days. But the deals have been exaggerated by the state media. People there still refuse to be ruled by the government and don't trust it.
But this issue has divided Syrians who are left with limited options. The intentions of the Syrian regime could be in question, but for people living under siege, a truce could be the difference between life and death. Omar, Saleh, Al Jazeera, Antakya.